Yeah, I'm originally from Japan and came to Melbourne 21 years ago, just before Sydney Olympics 2000. Unfortunately, I'm not a full-time artist yet. I work as a hairstylist and I live and work in Ivanhoe. And the painting, I've been studying with oil painting with my mentor, Gregory Smith, and he used to be a president of the Victoria Art Society. One day I went to open studio there about 7 or 8 years ago, whereby they're doing the portrait painting demonstration. There are like 15 or so painters painting portraits in the studio, and we are invited to have a look. This artist painting portraits, just nothing I've ever seen. When you see the portrait painting, most of the artists, they started with a very precise charcoal kind of drawing and then putting a oil paint on top of each other. A lot of people say painting is drawing with a color, but the Greg's painting method is completely different. He doesn't really draw anything. He just putting all the dirty browny color all over the canvas and wipe some bits off with a rag. There's no drawing, and somehow as he put the paint on top of each other without really drawing anything, it's just some sort of a form, some sort of a shape start to emerge, just like out of like early fog in the morning. And I just couldn't believe it, what's going on. And the painting progress, then you start to see the figure of the sitter without really seeing any eyes and nose and ears. And what he's trying to actually create the two-dimensional shape out of a three-dimensional the form. And I just couldn't believe it. And so I started to talk to him, and I said to him, I never seen anything like that. My biggest question was, do you teach? Because not many great painters or artists are not good teachers. And that was the biggest question. And I asked him, and he said, yes, I teach. And where do you teach? I teach here, and also I have a private studio in Strathmore. Okay. So what day you teach? Monday. Monday was my day off. So that's how I started with my mentor, Gregory Smith. I had been going to the life drawing class in Princess Hill in Carlton, and every Sunday morning I did that for 5-6 years. But I wanted to do painting. He teaches still life in his studio because he believes that the still life painting is a fundamental. You learn so much. And according to him, there's no so much difference between still life, landscape, portrait, anything. And according to him, the moment the artist starts to think we are painting a subject, you lose it. Because for him, we just paint what we see, which means we just paint a shape with the oil paint. And it doesn't really matter with the orange and the face and the trees and the skies, the crowd. So that's what he teaches us in the studio. He conducts every summer school, which is landscape. So he takes us to many places and he teaches. And also when he was the president of the Victoria Society, and he was convener of outdoor painting one Sunday every month. I think after 6 or 7 months I started with him in a studio. He invited me to come along and painting outside. And what do you mean painting outside? You know, I can't do this. But anyway, he was very encouraging. So I bought a easel with a bit of backpack, and I was ready to go. And first time he invited me to outdoor painting at somewhere Hawkesville. There's a beautiful homestead called La Page Homestead in Hawkesville, about 15 minutes from Ivanhoe, up north there. So the first time I painted, and I just fell in love with painting outside. And since then, I've been painting outside every Sunday, weather permitting. And that has become my passion. And I do really love painting landscapes. I love putting myself in the field doing something I love. Do the people come up to, I don't really, I used to get annoyed by that, but I don't mind people coming up to me telling me, oh, you're painting, and everybody says that, oh, it's a lovely thing to do, and everybody said, I wish I could do it. I hear all the time, and my answer is always, yes, you can. You haven't tried yet. Everyone can paint because we just paint what we see. We have two pair of eyes. There's a pen and brush. Anyone can do. So that's what the children do. Do you know what? You must have done it when you were little. Children, give them the brush and the pen. They paint. Who cares? It doesn't really matter. There's no profession. There's no worry. There's nothing. They just paint. So there's a proof that if you watch your own children or your friends' children, they paint. So that's the proof. Anyone can paint. And when we become adults, somehow we don't paint. Why? I don't understand. Anyone can paint. Is that a part of the leaving a childhood and become sort of adult? If that's the case, not so much fun when we become adults.